Hey, everybody. Good afternoon. I'm Octavia Brooks, and I want to address a topic that's pretty sensitive. If you've got a relationship on the rocks, then you are going to need to think about preserving your business assets in case the relationship doesn't make it. And so this is a little talk about what's going on in that situation and my recommendation to people that are in that situation. I'm Octavia Brooks. I'm an intuitive success strategist and relationship strategist for ambitious entrepreneurs. And so the scenario goes a little bit like this. You've been in a relationship for a while and it's gotten really rocky recently. Somewhere along the line, you and your partner decided to do business together. It was really exciting. And now you're working in the business together, or your partner has a role in your business. And you're having a lot of trouble figuring out the relationship issues and getting things back on steady ground. And in your mind, not only are these worries about the relationship like totally distracting you, you're attempting to get some work done, and you're caught up in the worries about the arguments, about what the team thinks of you. If the team knows that there are arguments happening and there's unrest in your relationship, is that affecting their morale? Are they getting conflicting management direction from you and your partner? So these are pretty big situations, pretty big concerns on top of the normal everyday entrepreneurial stress of just like working a lot of hours and keeping things moving, right? And continuing the momentum. And so what's happening here is you're having a lot of trouble focusing, feeling really distracted, not sure what your top priorities are, and feeling constantly pulled around between the relationship and the business. In the meanwhile, this business is your pride and joy, and you love your clients and you love your team. You love what you're doing. And you want to show up as the best leader and keep the momentum going for your business. So these distractions probably make you really irritable, and they don't bring out the best side of you, which then ripples over, and then you end up maybe saying the wrong thing to somebody you really care about, and it just kind of snowballs and makes things worse. Now your confidence is impacted. Now your confidence in your leadership is impacted, and now it's just become a big old cluster F in your life right now. And then the thing is like, we all need happy, healthy relationships, especially for entrepreneurs, because that keeps us in, really honestly, I'm into neuroscience, so it keeps you in the best part of your brain and the more productive part of your brain. When we have that comfort to go home to, that support at home, it really opens us up and frankly takes hours out of our workday when we're happy and healthy in our relationships and in our lives, or in our relationship with ourselves as well. We shaved hours off the day because we're not thinking about other stuff. We are able to stay focused and productive. So this is the positive outcome of resolving relationship issues, is that we might have that comfort again. We might have that collaboration, that fun collaboration with us in our business, or the support at home for our business. So what do you do when your relationship is on the rocks and you're not sure if it's going to make it, and your partner is helping you in the business, working with you in the business? So you have mutual interests here. Both of you are interested in the business. Both of you are invested in the business. And when you are in a lot of relationship struggle for a long time, it really starts to tank out your confidence. If you're the kind of person who kind of isn't too competitive, gives space to somebody else, or likes to smooth things over for the good of the relationship, you're a very good-hearted person, you could kind of accidentally become a little bit of a doormat and have your partner just start taking up more and more and more space. what happens is you kind of lose yourself. You lose your power, and things just start to degrade for you in your experience, especially in your dignity, your self-worth, and your confidence arenas. That makes it really hard to find the words that are going to actually connect and get your point across to this person. And they start thinking that both of you start thinking the communication is totally broken. We cannot salvage it. There's nothing else we can do. And it all stems from their encroaching upon you and you losing yourself to the relationship. This is actually more common than you would think, especially with entrepreneurs, because of so many mental health issues in our realm. And there's a lot of reasons why we want to work for ourselves, not, besides the lifestyle and everything. But a big reason is because we don't really like working for other people, and that might be because we need to have different hours or different working conditions than the typical straight up 9 to 5 kind of situation. And that is 40% of the time, that's because of longstanding mental health issues. 40% of entrepreneurs have mental health issues. The other ramification of 40% health issues is that we oftentimes don't pick really good partnerships. We get really excited at first. We don't realize that we're choosing somebody who feels really familiar and really comfortable. And that familiarity is unfortunately replicating some old patterns that you don't really want to bring back into your life. And so what you need to be doing here is thinking about getting your power back, getting yourself back from this relationship. And that, I propose, is the first step to protecting your assets. Because when you have yourself back, suddenly you see the relationship from a whole different pair of eyes. Because you're not like mixed up with her anymore. Your energy is not mixed up. Your values, your principles, your sense of self-worth is not commingled and, hinging on every thought and belief that she has about you. You get yourself back. So that's what I do with my re-individuation process. You get yourself back. You start standing in your own power. You get your confidence back. And from that place, a whole bunch of new creative options open up, and we strategize together about the best way to work with this person in the relationship so that you can have the outcome of protecting your assets. And what I mean by that is the best way to protect your assets is to attempt to get the relationship back on some type of steady ground. I'm not going to say that you're going to stay together necessarily, but get it back on steady ground. So remember that you've heard of the horrible nightmare divorces where all the money that the couple had was spent in lawyers just fighting each other, fighting back and forth, duking it out. Why don't you avoid that? Because nobody wins. All the assets get eaten up like that. So if you can get back on some type of friendly terms, then it's going to make everything a lot easier at the negotiating table. And best case scenario, you actually discover you still like each other and stay together, right? So that kind of relationship clarity will come. It's really, really important. After you get your power back and start learning these strategies to be able to finesse the relationship back into some kind of harmony, balance, especially balancing the power between the two of you, you're in the best position at that point to protect your assets. You're in the best negotiating position to gradually make changes that have low impact on the team, that preserve the momentum of the business, that preserve everything you've built and worked hard for in the business. And that has mutual benefit to both parties in the relationship who are involved in the business. It just gives you a better negotiating leverage. To be honest, it's better negotiating leverage. So this month, I'm opening up 3 consultations. If you would like one of those to talk about your situation, if you've got anything similar to this going on in your life, please do ping me in personal message, and we'll have a little chat, And if we have some compatibility, I will definitely set you up for a consultation, because I want you to, I want your assets to be protected. I think that's what makes the world a better place. Supporting ambitious entrepreneurs is my passion, right? But not only that, this is a toolkit for life. This, re-individuation continues to build your confidence in every set and setting, in every circumstance. It's a phenomenal leadership tool because it brings you into your power, into your seat of power, in your center, and then you communicate that. So this is part of your ability to be a powerful, influential leader at home and at work. And so I highly recommend, if this kind of situation is happening with you, where you feel like you're a little destabilized inside, you're not who you remember yourself to be, you feel like you've lost some of your power, and because of that, your assets are at risk, then please do reach out, and I'll teach you this re-individuation strategy, and it'll serve you in many, many different sets and settings in your life. Well, you have a phenomenal day. I'm Octavia, intuitive relationship strategist for successful and ambitious entrepreneurs. And I really thank you for being here with me. You have a phenomenal rest of your day.